Hello and welcome to part 4. In this one we're going to be looking at the artillery modules. For this I'm going to assume that you've watched part 2 on the air, transport and resupply modules, as this will make this video incredibly short. There's two modules for the artillery system, and they both work slightly differently to the ones we've seen before. The first one I'll place will be the static warship module, again available in combat sports. It comes with all the presets you need. Call sign, that's the name of the ship or submarine you're going to spawn. Class name, that's the class name of the object you want to be spawned at the location. If you leave the class name field blank, no object will be spawned and it works just fine. Number of cruise missiles, that's the number of cruise missiles you can fire from the submarine. And the last one is the faction it belongs to. And that's it. If you press OK, you've got yourself a static warship. One thing you probably should note is at some point in the future I'll be adding a static turret that you can add to a ship, so you'll be able to simulate naval fire as well as cruise missiles. Next we can look at the land equivalent, which is again under combat sports, artillery battery. From part 2 of this video series you should recognise all these parts. Call sign, let's just call it company mortar team. Number of respawns, work in progress. Delay time, work in progress. They'll work exactly the same as the air assets do. Max fireable rounds, that's unique to this. That'll be the max number of fireable rounds that you can use at once. If you leave that blank, then it'll be able to fire as many rounds as you want. That's probably how it's going to work. Battery fortifications works pretty much the same as the helicopter fortifications. For this I'll use sandbag round. There's different ones for different types of vehicles in this, so it's not always appropriate to use small sandbags for a tank, for example, because it just won't fit into the area. And the last one, code, that's quite important for this module, as that's how you can increase or decrease the number of rounds an artillery battery has. So you do that in the normal way. Just add and remove magazines from the vehicles, remembering that this refers to each of the vehicles synchronized to the module. Again, I'm just going to ungroup any modules that group together. I'm going to place a mortar down on the map. Now the way this module differs from the ones we've seen before is it doesn't create individual assets. If I synchronize all these mortars to this module, they become part of the same battery. So they fire together, they work together, they move together. They are part of the same entity essentially. And that's pretty much it. You can just copy and paste this. Could, for example, instead of having mortars, could have scorchers. And there we go, we created two artillery batteries and a static warship. Next video we're going to look at how we use these batteries in game. See you then.